Okay, Lata, let me see. I'm gonna grab your questions first. Has Lata closed the saline deal with RSS Medical in September? Lata close. Yes, you're going to close the deal. It might not be in September. I feel like it could be closer towards December, if you want me to be perfectly honest with you. Yes, you're going to close the deal. I don't think it's going to be in December. It could be closer towards December. September. It's not going to be in September. It could be closer towards December. Let's say that. You closed the Canada saline deals. Close the Canada saline deals. So again, yes, you're going to close the deal. There is a level of waiting that you're going to have to do. There's a level of patience that you're going to have. It's not looking like it's going to be on the timeline that you want it to be. Notice how both of these cards have the patient, the balanced out, right? The balance your divine feminine versus masculine. This right here is telling you there's a lot of other information coming in that you're going to have to learn. It's saying that there's a lot of clarity. There's a lot of more information that you are not clear on or privy to just yet for this to close. And let's go ahead and talk about your financial outlook for the month of September. I guess I'll grab these cards. So just move that most high. What is that? Okay, that one is coming. Ooh. I don't never like to see that card when we're talking about financial outlook. There's a warning up here of not making foolish purchases. There's a warning here of being mindful of something that happened in August that could possibly come back to bite you in the ass this month. August and September, not September, I'm so sorry. July and August. I don't know if you traveled somewhere. You did. You traveled somewhere. Something about wherever you traveled July, August, it's finna come back and bite you in the ass regarding something. Okay? Your financial outlook is not looking, it's not looking overtly prosperous. Like, it's not giving I'm gonna have it's still giving paycheck to paycheck. Let's just say that. It's not giving excess. Okay? One, you don't have no coins out here. Also, you need to be mindful of car trouble. You need to be mindful of car trouble. There's something going on here. Okay, Spirit is definitely saying you need to have a bit of gratitude because things could have been worse. So something's going to happen in September that is really going to make you sad or angry or both, especially from a financial standpoint. Spirit wants you to know that it could have been worse. Now, regarding the God of Cups and the Goddess of Wands, That means that you are going to have to really be emotionally mature, and you're really going to have to be taking charge this month, honestly speaking. In your divine masculine energy, you're having to be logical with your emotions. You're having to keep them very much in check. And in your divine feminine energy, you are having to take the reins, and you're having to do everything. And so funny I said take the reins, because that's literally what she's just taking the reins to make sure shit gets accomplished. You're going to have to have strength and courage. You know, I'm just hearing, Lord, give me strength. Like, you know what I'm seeing? I don't know if you've seen that picture. This is an old black painting of this lady getting out of bed and in that white robe. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up for you, because this is what I'm seeing. Yep. This you all September long. Okay, so let's jump into what's going to be going on in September for you. Hold on, Spirit, they want me to use these cards. They want me to use these cards. Maybe it's because I'm going to Puerto Rico. Who knows? But let's see what they got for you. Messages from Miss Lata for the month of September of 2020. Happy fucking birthday! I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Happy birthday, Lata. Happy fucking birthday, babe. Happy birthday. I'm so sorry. I should have definitely started with that. I should have started with that, Puka Shmuka. Ooh, so what? And a lot of major stuff at that. And then, mind you, you're getting the strength card twice. So you may be dealing with some serious Leo energy. So let's take a look at what we got here. Dame of Swords. Interesting. Is your overall patience needed? Patience required and patience needed. Judgment. Three of Swords. Wait, this isn't in the line of the camera. Okay, there we go. This is Swords, Pentacles, High Priest, which is the Hierophant card, Death. Oh, you got hella fucking major shit. This is the most interesting read, because it's almost as if once you tap into gratification, you're going to experience a different month. You have hella major cards going on in this read. Starting out with the Goddess. This is your Venus energy. I like the fact that you got the Sun here. So there's a lot of positivity going on. You got the Chariot again with the Strength card up here. These are two things that you have twice. That is double July, August energy. Something regarding things in July and August is definitely going to be coming up for you this month, okay? So if we take that aside, I'm still getting some type of energy of needing strength for vehicle. You might, even if it's not a vehicle, it actually could be horses. Remember when I said take the reins? And the Chariot card over there, like I said over there, it's not over there. The Chariot card in the other deck is showing like the literal chariot, but it didn't have horses. This card actually has the horses. Okay. And again, we're talking about the balance of the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies. Which energies are those going to be? Your emotions and your actions, because that's where the male and the goddess were in this deck. Okay. So once again, I'm going to confirm for you that you need to take action, but also be very emotionally logical. Okay. there's something about having to take the reins, having to take charge of a situation this month. Let's see here. I'm going to put this down here because I don't feel like I have the space to really do what I want to do. I'm going to move this down here. Okay, so you're going to have a good time this month. You're going to have beautiful moments. This is fun. This is happiness. This is, receiving gifts, the Judgment card. You're going to see an ending to something with the Judgment and the Death. Now, this with the Three of Swords could be a literal death, which very rarely it actually is. But just because the Three of Swords, the Death, and the Judgment card are here, I say that because Three of Swords is hurt, heartbreak. The Death card is an ending and transformation. And then the Judgment card is, again, Judgment Day. You've already died. Your energy is going up towards that decision making of where am I going next, right? Do you go back? Do you get healing? Are we going to go back down and jump off the little building like in Soul and try to come back down and do it all again? That's kind of the energy that's right here. It could be an actual death, but it could be a figurative one as well, especially as we talk about this vehicle. Like you could literally have a vehicle die. So I had to figure out, 9 is actually the Hermit in a regular deck. That is the season that we're going to. That is September. That's Virgo season. You're needing to have an air of wisdom about you regarding this month. However it is that you are feeling on the inside really needs to be assessed in the healthiest, most balanced way, especially this month. Wisdom for your finances, wisdom for situations that may trigger anger, trigger hurt, is what I'm hearing. You have a lot of major things going on, and that's why your overall is the Dame of Swords, because it indicates delayed news but also patience needed. So things not going the way you want them to go, but still moving. Things are still moving. They're just not moving at the pace you want them to go. Now let's talk about your Ace of Pentacles and your Nine of Pentacles. Your Ace of Pentacles indicates a new opportunity for finances. The Nine of Pentacles indicates that there is some type of wish fulfillment, a joyous moment, success, prosperity coming. So the only issue here with your finances is that there's no excess. So that's why Spirit is asking you to be grateful, because things could be worse. There is no excess, and no, you're not where you want to be or where you projected yourself to be, financially speaking. However, through good fiscal planning, being strong, and I keep hearing reins, you have to put rein in spending, rein in. Now I'm hearing rain, like rain on me. Interesting. And there's an energy of reigning over people as well. So you're having to deal with some reins. You're having to reign over people. You're having to take the reins and take charge. And you're having to rein in any excess spending, unnecessary spending, frivolous spending. All of that is a no-go right now. Let's talk about this Three of Swords. It's indicating a storm. A storm is coming. That's why I say there's rain. Like I was hearing rain on me. So there's a storm coming of some sort, some type of challenge. This challenge feels to me like a heartbreak is what it feels like. It feels like a heartbreak. Now, the high priest or the hierophant in this, the high priest in this deck, or the hierophant in general, is telling them that you're about to learn a lesson regarding something. You're about to almost like sit in front of a congregation and receive information. Congregation or conference. Conference is something CON. I'm getting conference, congregation, something like that, where someone's going to be at the front and you're going to be receiving information from them. All right. And that's where that wisdom comes in. What are you going to do with the information that you've been given? Because whatever this information that comes in, it's going to put an end to something. It's going to transform you to something better. And I think that's really what the issue is that I'm seeing like, hold on. You know what I'm seeing? Let me see if I can find it. It's this. Hold on, because pero puñeta. Let me see. Here we go. This is what I'm saying in my head. Okay, God has something better for you. This what he got. But because you think this is good enough, like, this is a nice bear, God. I really like this bear. This is what I want. And God is like, yeah, it's nice, but that ain't what I want for you. Okay? So, release control, Lata. Release control, because there's a lot of major things the month of September that are going to be going on. Some may be painful, but the outcome of these painful or challenges, even the outcome of the challenge and the pain that you're going to be going through is going to be the success, is going to be the beauty and you being on top, moving forward, the sun moving you forward. You still have success down here with the Nine of Pentacles. That's why Spirit is like, there's an air of gratitude that needs to happen. Okay, let me get you some clarification cards, Pooh. Let's see here. What else we got for you? This September. Okay, the bear wants to come out. Hold on. Which makes sense because that's almost like the Goddess of Wands energy. Not surprised that we see the crossroads at all. Interesting. What is interesting to me, the fact that you didn't have too many clarification cards come out, but you had all of those major arcana cards come out. Okay, so there's some travel indicated here. A lot of travel, actually. I probably should have said that with the Chariot card and things of that sort. You do have travel indicated here. Coffin. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there that this could actually be a literal death, so be prepared for that. But then also what you need to be prepared for is an ending to something that is going to, a painful ending, but it's going to lead you to prosperity. You're headed somewhere. You're headed out of the unconscious or headed out of where you've been. You have stability on your way. You have a sense of, this is like, where do you feel at home? Okay. You know that this is choices, but the energy behind this is you really feeling conflicted about the choice that you have to make. Is really what it is. You are really conflicted about this choice and the ending that it is bringing towards you. The forward movement that you have coming from this, it's conflicting towards you. Now, I like the fact that you have the overall as the star, because that indicates hope. That indicates, what you're wishing for. And again, this is more Nine of Pentacles energy. The Star card and the Nine of Pentacles are almost kind of extremely similar when it comes to wish fulfillments. It's really what it feels like. Now, we're talking about some type of family property, or a need to possibly even get out of the house. There is possibly even, what I don't like about this is this could actually be money coming in through some type of inheritance. Like I said, with the Death card and this House card. decisions on how it is that you could possibly have to travel to close out whatever this death is. Okay? There is an energy to your month of September that is just kind of like, I can't fucking believe this shit. To be honest with you, there's just like an energy that's like, I genuinely cannot, I just can't believe that this is how my life is going right now. And so within that energy, you have to, and I think that's why the word gratitude keeps coming up. There's just an energy of you really needing to be mindful of how blessed you really are in spite of the stress and that you're feeling, in spite of that picture of you getting like the photo. Hold on, baby, because this the trash people. Hold on. Sorry, they coming by and there they go, still making noise. I'm gonna pause this until they leave my block. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so you have imposter syndrome. You are in your own head. You are kind of blocking your blessings right now with the way that you're thinking. Your thought process is blocking your blessings. I told you that. So yeah, you're going to have to be mindful of your thoughts. Thoughts become things, okay? Honor the journey, right? Like you can't, there's nothing that you can do to change what's going on right now. All you can do is just be present in it. And again, that spirit of gratitude of knowing that, oh, damn, things could be worse. I'm out here in this desert, but hell, I got water. You know? I think that you should definitely be prepared for some challenges this month with that strength card coming out twice. Like, you know what? Honestly, it feels like, it feels like the stress that you were feeling prior to, you're putting it on yourself. It's not actually there anymore, but you're putting it there. You've got the dependent, which is, once again, you having people depend on you, right? It's not just your children's energy. It is everyone sucking the literal life from you. Like I'm seeing this baby like breastfeeding and just you being like, bitch, I just have no more to fucking give. I am drained. Okay. These titties is dry. I have nothing else, but they still going. They still trying to get what they can get from you. The seedling. Okay. You've already planted the seeds. You're gonna start to see them grow. 1 second, because they done gone down the street. They gotta come back up the fucking street. Hold on. So, as I was saying, you've already planted the seed. The seed is already growing. But what I will say is that there is an energy here of you needing to take your energy back. Take charge of some things. Take your power back. You are going to see the blessings start to sprout. You just need a little bit more patience. You just have to have the patience because they're not coming on the time in which you want it. That's all it is, honestly speaking. I want you to really tap into your spirit of gratitude this month because you're going to be challenged. You are. I can tell that you're really going to be I don't want to say stressed out, but you have such positive things coming in as well. It's not all bad. It's very balanced. Remember when I said we had the balanced divine feminine, divine masculine? It is very balanced. You're going to have a good time. You're going to have happy moments and laughter and celebration. It's coming. The sun is there. However, within that, like I said, it's a very balanced read. You still saw that death. You still saw that judgment. So what I will say, your month of September is very balanced. You're definitely balancing the good and the bad. Like the good and the bad is coming. You're just going to have to really learn how to navigate and the challenges coming your way this month. There go grief. I'm not surprised that came out at all. And storms. See? Okay. So Oya's winds bring change. Those storms, they blow up everything in order for it to come to the surface, and then we move it on out with change. It comes out. Your overall is joy, baby girl. There's joy. By the end of September, you will find joy. You have to find where you feel safe and tap into that energy. naked, the naked truth of what's going on. Okay, vulnerability is in there as well. Remember, we talked about that emotional maturity that you need to have. Being vulnerable is a sign of emotional maturity. Masks. This month, you're really going to have to put on a mask to even tolerate dealing with people. You're really going to have to really embody the spirit of, while you're looking like that picture that's tied and getting up, you're turning around and flipping that mask straight commedia dell'arte style. And while the inside is frowning and crying, the outside is going to be showing a smiling face. That the crying that we were talking about, that grief, right? You are going to have to deal and feel with that grief. Whatever is coming to an ending, whatever painful transition is coming about, you need to ensure that you are feeling it, dealing with it, healing from it. Okay? And then you have wound healer. Lord, if I'm telling you, the way this be, it's very clear. It's confirming everything. Okay. So you're going to be pregnant with grief. You're going to give birth to something new, but you're going to have to deal with the grief in order to heal. You need to use your intuition a lot this month, and in your decision making, and in your use your intuition also when it's coming to how you feel about things and how you're healing things. Okay. So yes, you're going to have some storms, but all of this is going to bring about some massive joy. Once you give birth to this grief, what do you have? What did I say? Breastfeeding? What? Breastfeeding joy at this point. As soon as you deal with this, your overall will be joy. Okay? Let me see your vibrational messages before we close on out for the month of September. Also, I stopped using the microphone, so let me know how sound is. The microphones will go in and out a bit, so hopefully sound is still decent. I feel like before microphones, when people watch on the TV or phones, they would not have the best volume or need headphones. Let go. Share a breath. Got to release the pain that you're going to be feeling. You're also going to have to let go of whatever control you're trying to have over certain situations. Look at that. Take your time. You need to have some patience. Patience is really big in your reading, especially with the Goddess of Swords, you know, that fire sign, that passion, and the overall being the Dame of Swords. It's not moving on the timeline you want it. You're the boss. Pray and clear the path. Okay? So we got to let go, get a new story. We need to get some meditations in, share a breath. Okay, get outside, get grounded, share that breath, breathe. Remember that you're in charge. I'm in charge. And my Hustle and Flow voice. You know how much I hated that damn movie? I hated Hustle and Flow. I never understood why it was such a good movie and got all of those awards. Because, bruh, that acting was horrible. I'm in charge. I'm in charge. You're in charge, Lotta. You're the boss. Okay? You're the boss. Don't ever hesitate to get on your hands and knees and pray about whatever is going on, because that's when you're going to also let go of any and all things that are stressing you out. You need to really, honestly speaking, and coming from someone that has control issues, so I empathize. A lot of times, and I'm not even going to hold you, there are messages in this reading that resonate with me myself. So I never want you to feel like I'm just preaching at you, because spirit be coming at me in these messages too. But honestly speaking, whatever has happened in the past that pissed you the fuck off, somebody did you wrong, it wasn't right, you're going to have to let that go. Release it, clear that path so that spirit can come in on your behalf, and we're going to work on getting a new story. We definitely have to change the narrative of what's going on, and that's how you're going to be the boss about things, okay? So breathe, because you're going to be feeling overwhelmed a lot this month. And that's where we're going to end it. Okay. I'm going to stay blessed, highly favored, and protected out here in these streets, Puka Shmuka. And if you have any other questions or clarifications that you're going to need, you know you can just hit me up, Puka. Love you.